Last year, the Irish shot 2 for 15 from beyond the arc in Lexington. The Wildcats got the win. Notre Dame at that time rated number 12. Today, the Irish shooting much better. And Kayla McBride has led the team in scoring. She has 11, and her average for Muffet McGraw per game is 12. Two missed free throws, however, personal foul spotted. And Kentucky is over the limit, so Notre Dame going back to the free throw line.
Just as important as Kayla McBride has been offensively for Notre Dame, Natalie Achonwa is that player when you look at her on the boards and defensively. Notre Dame lost Becca Brzezinski from last year's national championship team. Achonwa steps into that role to be kind of a bruiser, rebounder, physical player.
Missed opportunities there for the Irish. They missed 2 free throws plus the 1-and-1.
Kentucky has got to pick the energy back up defensively. They're a team that really thrives on the ability to make teams speed up. Notre Dame is very comfortable right now in the half court.
Achonwa inside catch. Peters the follow, and she is fouled. Boy, if you're Matthew Mitchell, you're wondering if the ball's ever going to get to the other side of the court.
And I think there might have been a travel there by Achonwa on the left block, but Devereaux Peters, she's got to find a way to stay in the game. She's done a very good job of not fouling so far against Kentucky. And I talked to Coach McGraw about what Peters has to do specifically. And she says that she wants so badly to impact every play on the defensive end that she has to pick and choose her spots where there's smart shot blocking attempts instead of fouling and having to go to the bench early in the first half.
They also say about Peters, if she can defend the 4, she's more apt to stay out of foul trouble than defending the 5 spot. Irish with an 8-point lead. Amber Smith off the dribble. And the rebound taken down by Miller. And Mallory is down at the free throw line.
We see this scene all too often for Brittany Mallory because she's such a physical guard. She really puts herself in situations because she's such a good on-ball defender. It looks like she gets hit by Skylar, her own player right here. Yeah, she was at help side defense.
Yes.
We certainly hope she's okay. And Mallory, a player that did not play in the Notre Dame and Kentucky game last season, and she adds a calming presence to Notre Dame. We certainly hope that she can get back out on the floor soon.
Been through a number of injuries through her career. As you mentioned, physical player, knee injury her sophomore season, deep bone bruise back on November 2nd, the exhibition against Windsor.
Look at where Notre Dame has to start their offense. Kentucky does a really good job of denying ball reversals, and if that ball is reversed, Notre Dame has to start well beyond the 3-point.
That's where Matthew Mitchell wanted Notre Dame to start its offense, but his team unable to block out. Well, just an easy one. Rebound taken down by Samari Walker, and she is fouled in the backcourt. That's team foul number 5 on Notre Dame. Well, Walker has played sparingly so far, but what's your opinion about her rust, if there is some, after laying out a year?
She was ready to play in this game, and I think she just fits into the system really well. And I don't think there'll be any question of game conditioning for her because Kentucky practices harder than they play games.
That foul on Miller, team foul number 6 on Notre Dame, so Kentucky still not at the free throw line. Notre Dame, by the way, at the line. Typically a good free throw shooting team, just 4 for 9 and a missed 1-on-1. Irish 27, Wildcats 19, 6:15 for the first half. Walker trying to get the ball against Peters. Pinkett fires a 3, and that's a 3 by Bernicia Pinkett, a sophomore out of Washington, D.C., who coming in was just 3 for 19 from beyond the 3-point line. Now the Wildcats starting to pick up some momentum and have a 2 against 1. 5 consecutive points by the Wildcats. Timeout Notre Dame.
Bad shots on the offensive end for Notre Dame will lead to transition for Kentucky. If they can execute on the offensive end, it will bode well for them defensively, but we just saw what Kentucky does so well. they don't force a turnover, they can force bad shots, and then they like to get out and run. And Bria Gosh, she missed Samari Walker posting up, but this is a much-needed confidence three for Bernicia Pinkett.
First three of the afternoon for Kentucky, and these 5 consecutive points bring them within 3 at 27-24. Pinkett called young niche, very quiet player. Again, just shooting 15% from the three-point line coming in. Knocked that one down with confidence.
The versatility of Kayla McBride, we've seen what she can do by way of scoring. Now she's running the point for the Irish, hopefully looking to get Diggins some looks offensively.
Mallory, by the way, is back in the game after taking a blow from one of her players. And the Wildcats force another turnover. Irish back to their bench. They'll bring in Turner, number 15. Kentucky makes a substitution as well. So we've seen a bit of a spurt here by the Wildcats. What's brought it on?
Defense, and that's where they thrive. You saw Pinkett hit that three. Well, that momentum carried over onto the defensive end and her on-ball pressure against Novosel.
5:20 for the first half in Kentucky. Now within a point in 27-26.
3 consecutive great plays by Bernicia Pinkett. Great vision down there on the offensive end.
And this is a 7-0 Wildcat run. Kentucky forces another turnover. Down in a fast break, missed an opportunity. Walker with a follow-up. And another Notre Dame timeout. Welcome back to college basketball, Samari Walker. And Samari playing with a lot of emotion today has helped Kentucky into a 1-point lead.
I know she doesn't want to be the next Victoria Dunlap, but this was Dunlap-esque, if you ask me. Samari Walker just battles on the offensive glass.
Here are several different accounts as to why she left UConn. Some of the version you'll hear from the Huskies was that she lost her passion for the game. Obviously, she disagreed with them.
Connecticut, it takes a certain type of player to be able to go to that system and to stay and to flourish. And for Samari Walker, sometimes, she committed as a junior in high school. She was young. She committed early, got to Connecticut. You have to commend her on the fact that she saw that it just wasn't for her and went to a situation where she was already comfortable with Matthew Mitchell because he recruited her when she was a freshman and a sophomore in high school.
Notre Dame turns the ball over again and then complicates matters as Kayla Turner picks up the personal foul. And so now we're headed to free throw line where Kentucky can extend its 1-point lead. Notre Dame's last point came several minutes ago, and we got a dry spell for the Irish.
It's been complementary offensive players for both teams.